All right, many thanks to you, Yemisi, really getting familiar with sports now. UEFA Champions League returns today with Paris Saint-Germain facing defending champions Real Madrid without their superstar Neymar, who just had a surgery on his broken foot. We'll preview the game and other fixtures in this report.
Paris Saint-Germain will be without world record signing Neymar when they attempt to overcome a 3-1 deficit against Real Madrid in the UEFA Champions League last 16 leg at the Parc des Princes. Neymar will be missing after suffering a fracture to his right foot. Meanwhile, the fitness of fellow forward Kylian Mbappe will need to be monitored as he struggles with a knee problem. As for Real Madrid, they will rely on starman Cristiano Ronaldo, who has once again been saving his best for this tournament. Ronaldo scored twice in the first leg and remains the most potent weapon for the Others. Liverpool welcome Porto to Anfield Stadium for the second leg of their UEFA Champions League last 16 tie with one foot already in the quarterfinals. Jurgen Klopp's side romped to a 5-0 win in Portugal in the first leg, and with such a healthy lead, it will take a monumental upset to prevent the Reds from progressing to the next round. The Portuguese giants, who are often impressive at the group phase of the championship, but once again proved to lack the cutting edge to get past elite European sides in knockout stages of the competition.
The head coach of the Super Eagles, Gernot Rohr, is expected back in the country ahead of the World Cup trophy tour in Lagos this Saturday. And with his return, Coach Rohr is expected to release the list of players for this month's friendly matches. Media officer of the Nigerian senior men's team, Tony Bitoye, says the coach should be in the country by Thursday. The trophy tour will hold in Abuja and Lagos from Wednesday to Saturday. The tour holds in Abuja on Wednesday and Thursday, and the Lagos leg holds on Friday and Saturday. Nigeria will play Poland in Warsaw on the 23rd of this month and also face Serbia in London 4 days later. Manchester United are back from the dead. The Reds showed the stuff of champions when they came from 2 goals down to defeat Crystal Palace 3-2 in an English Premier League game on Monday night. Andros Townsend had put Palace up early in the game, and Patrick Van Aanholt made it 2 just after the beginning of the second half. But Chris Smalling started the comeback when he pulled a goal back in the 55th minute. Romelu Lukaku drew United level in the 76th minute, and just when Palace thought a point would do, Nemanja Matic's injury time smasher gave all 3 points to the Red Devils. And 4 badminton players have arrived in Indonesia for a 2-month training camp, an effort by the Badminton Federation of Nigeria to prepare players for the 2020 Olympic Games in Tokyo, Japan. The 4 players are Anu Oluwapo, Okpeyori, Godwin Olufua, Daniel Phillips, and Christopher Daniel. Nigeria recently had a decent outing at the All-Africa Senior Championship in Algeria. The country returned with 7 medals, 5 silver and 2 bronze medals. Joining me now is the president of the Nigeria Badminton Federation, or the Badminton Federation of Nigeria, Francis Obi. Glad to have you on the program.
Thank you very much, Promise.
4 Nigerian players in Indonesia. Where did this journey start from?
It started sometime last year. I had a discussion, even before I became the president of the federation. I had a discussion with a friend at the Koi Club, who also plays badminton and who coincidentally is from Indonesia. So he talked about a badminton academy where you have 2 former world champions as coaches, and it's one of the best. And he actually knows the owner of the place. So I engaged him, and I felt it would be nice to have some of our players go out there and get, top-class training and coaching. So he started working on it, and along the line he got back to me and said he was able to work out something which at the end of the day became a highly discounted rate, compared with what each player would have paid to travel and have that training. So when he did that, I reached out to a few people who responded and decided, okay, one person decided to help sponsor 1 player, another person took 1, and somebody else took another 1. So just like that, we were able to get 4 of them out.
So 4 Nigerian badminton players in an academy in Indonesia. What impact will that have as far as Nigeria's preparations for forthcoming major competitions are concerned?
Well, we expect it to have a very major impact because training and you know, preparing for tournaments is good when you have quality. And to be very frank with you, one of the areas we are seriously looking at is how to upgrade our coaches. A lot of them have lost touch with current coaching skills and all that because they've not gone out for courses. So you can only give what you have. And but before we achieve that, we don't want our players to be lacking behind. So definitely they've gone to a world-class academy with some of the best hands, and I can tell you that they are not going to come back the same.
Well, just a couple of weeks ago, Nigeria was all, I mean, the news was all over the place as far as Nigeria's performance at the All-Africa Senior Championship in Algeria was concerned. We saw the two Nigerian teams in the finals, in the men and in the women categories. Unfortunately, Nigeria lost out in both finals. That performance was laudable, was credible, it was applauded. What are plans by the BFN to sustain that momentum?
Well, these 4 players traveling are part of the plans. Dorcas Adeshokon is our #1 player and #1 in Africa now. She's going to Europe next month and May, April and May. For 2 months, she will be in another badminton academy. And while they are there, these players also who are in Indonesia now, we are working around the clock to make sure they are able to play some tournaments within the country and the region before they come back. And those are scoring tournaments that will also push them up in the world ranking. So by the time they get back from camp, we are going to put most of the national players back in camp, and then we'll go for the West African circuit, Côte d'Ivoire, International, Benin Republic, Ghana, and then that will take us into the Lagos International. So there are 4 internationals. I mean, by the time they are playing this much internationals, there's no way. The exposure will be there, and then they'll be garnering points to take them up in the world.
Up the rankings.
Yes, up the rankings, and put them in a good position to qualify. So by the time we finish that round, we'll come back to the country. We have series of national championships for the seniors and also for the juniors, under 15, under 19. So we have a very loaded calendar and want to keep our players
for the year 2017.
For the year 2018, yeah.
Or 2018, rather.
Yeah.
Well, before I let you go, Francis Obi, Nigeria will compete at the Commonwealth Games in a couple of weeks from now. With the current performances of the Nigerian badminton contingent in major competitions, it has become a cause of concern. Why was badminton not included in Team Nigeria's contingent to the Commonwealth Games?
Well, to be frank with you, the selection or the decision on the number of spots to go for Commonwealth, actually the process started before we came on board. And when we came on board, we felt badminton should have been among, but some people felt maybe, well, some of the reasons was that some sports were not adjudged to be in a position to win medals. And for me, I fought that argument very seriously because you can never know until the players go there.
That's true.
Yeah. And if you don't expose them to such competitions, then they can never
get to that level.
Yes, to that level. So for me, whether they were going to win or not, they should have been allowed to go. But what has happened at the All-Africa Seniors in Algeria, in the men's team event, we were second by the game, but everybody saw us, everybody knew we were the best men's team because we were cheated by Algeria. In the women's team, we were second to Mauritius. And I mean, everybody is asking, let's look at the results. You are second
and
in
the performances.
And 6 countries are going from Africa for the Commonwealth Games, and Nigeria is not there. Why? So it's quite an irony.
Okay, well, that will be sport at this time. Many thanks to Francis Obi, President of the Badminton Federation of Nigeria, for stopping by. That's sport at this time. I am Promise Afoge.